All right, we're standing here right now. It's the second morning of the CETW Show in New York City. I'm standing next to Paul Flanigan, who you'll know from our website because he has a couple of articles that we've built into our educational database. He, of course, is responsible for Experiate.net. He is now, however, working for Saddle Ranch Digital, and that's where we find ourselves this morning. Paul, thanks so much for joining us. First of all, talk about your new role, VP of Content Strategy. Seems like a perfect fit for somebody like you.
Well, it is. It is. It really boils down to helping people understand the importance, the critical importance of content in a strategy, regardless of where you are in deploying a network. So, for example, we talk to clients all the time that are brand new, they've never hung a screen. We help them understand the hierarchy, the objectives, the strategy, the content, hardware, software on down. If they already have a network, we try to help them understand how we get the most value out of their infrastructure with compelling content. And my job is to help educate them and understand the value.
Sure. Now, there is certainly a value, something that we've written about, we've talked about very often in the industry, which is that the better the content to attract the eyes, then in theory, so the higher the CPMs and the different things for advertisers, because you have an extra reason for people to look at the screen. When you're talking and you're breaking down with content and kind of the difference between ad-based networks and between a corporate communications, say, does Saddle Ranch kind of handle both of those ends of the spectrum, or are you primarily going more towards programming in a specific area?
Oh, it's the entire spectrum, because it boils down to what you just said. It's engagement with the audience. No one that I know of is impressed by the wiring behind a screen. And that's not to say technology is not important, but what you're putting on that screen is what engages people, whether you're in a corporate office or you're in a retail environment, you're a Subway. So the idea being is to investigate those environments, understand the variables, where they are, what they're doing, what the objectives are, and then develop content that's perfectly appropriate for the eyes on it. And that differs across verticals, but at the end of the day, the research and the homework is on the audience and their reaction to the content itself. So it's across the spectrum.
Now, how do you deal with being the least attractive person at Saddle Ranch?
Oh, it's not hard because they always make me sit at the back, and usually my chair's a whole lot lower, and they just throw French fries at me, and I'm okay. Usually good for all day.
Hey, well, you got a job, that's the important thing. So, Paul, listen, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. You should check out the idea of transmedia, Experiate. You're still keeping up the site, right?
Oh, absolutely, and I'll keep writing, and you'll see my stuff on do.com, and we'll have at it.
Excellent. Well, listen, Paul, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.